Hey guys, how's it going? So today I want to try something a little bit different. A lot of you have been tweeting, both me and Luke, about how to play our song Superhero. And I thought, you know what, I could put the chords online, and I will, but it'd also be great if I showed you how to play it so that all the questions are answered. And I'll post the chords too in the underbar. But yeah, sorry if you don't play guitar or don't care how to play the song. Just thought this would be really fun and kind of different. But I'm going to get right into it. So the song is really easy. To be honest, the verses are 4 chords. I think the chorus is also 4 chords. I mean, the whole thing's real basic. But to kind of lay some groundwork, you'll notice on my guitar I've got a capo. And for those of you who understand how a capo works, the song is technically in B flat, but I use like G-shaped chords. So I'll play like a G, a C, and a D, and I put the capo on so that I can play in B flat, but still use those pretty G chords. And you'll notice on my guitar I actually have the capo on the 4th fret, and the reason being is my guitar's tuned down a half step. But if you're in standard tuning, just put the capo on the 3rd fret and you'll be good to go. So getting into the chords of the song, they're real easy. I'm going to set this so that it's easier for you to see. Okay. So remember, imagine this is on the 3rd fret if you're in standard tuning. And what the chords are is, pretty much for the whole song, these 2 fingers, your ring and pinky, if you wanted to, you could leave them there and never move them the whole song. Kind of depends on what you want to do. But how I start the song, it's all about the bass notes. So I've got this ring finger on the 3rd fret from the capo, so 1, 2, 3. It's right here. And it's on the B string, which is that 2nd string. So it's right there, if you can see that. Then I have the pinky right under it on this high E string, also on that 3rd fret. And so how I start the song is I put my index finger here on that 2nd fret on the 5th string. And so that's technically like a G chord with a B in the bass. That's what it sounds like. Okay? And the 2nd chord of the song is kind of my modification of a C chord. So I leave these 2 fingers where they are and add my middle finger on that 3rd fret on that A string. See where it is? And both of these chords, I'm strumming from the 5th string down. Okay? Great. Now the 3rd chord of the song, real simple. Just move this middle finger up a string right there. And then this you can strum all the strings. It sounds like that, and that's like a G chord. You'll notice I'm not using my index finger like a normal G chord. I mean, you can if you want. I just think it's prettier without it. And I mute this 5th string so you don't hear it. And then the 4th chord is like a D sus with an F sharp in the bass. So you'll notice my thumb is right here. And then I know you can't see this real well, but my index finger is on this 2nd fret, 3rd string. So 1, 2, 3. And then here these 2 fingers are. Remember, you don't have to move if you don't want. And so this one I can strum all the strings. So you got that thumb on that low 6th string. And then the 5th string is open, 4th string is open, then you got your index finger there. So that's a D sus with the F sharp in the bass. So I'm going to go at a pretty quick pace, but you can always stop the video and rewind if you need clarification. But how you play those is you do kind of like this. If you want to see me strumming, it's like this. I'm hitting the 5th string down, 5th string down, and this can be all the strings, and that 4th chord can also be all the strings, so it goes. But you'll notice when I'm strumming, I'm kind of picking out the string I want for the bass note. And this may take some practice for some of you guys who are new at playing guitar, but you kind of develop an awareness of where the strings are, and you can pick the right bass notes. I will save you every time you need a rescue. When there's no stars at night, I'll stay till the sun shines. Now you'll notice here on the pre-chorus the chords change a little bit. They're also very basic, so I've got these 2 fingers, you know, same place, they're not moving. And all I did was I moved my index finger to this 4th string, this D string. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes right there. Okay? and I've got this open 5th string. So this is kind of like an A minor chord. It's not technically an A minor. I may put an annotation what it is, but for the time being, we're just going to call it an A minor. So got that strumming from the 5th string down again, and it's only got 3 fingers. It's got the index finger, the ring, and the pinky. But you want something that... So it goes, on this pre, it's that kind of A minor chord, to that C I taught you guys already, to that G I already taught you, back to that D. So it really only changes 1 chord. But you want something that I will never be, so I just need you to know. You'll notice I went to a D there, so the whole pre is A minor, C, G, D with the F sharp at the bass, or D sus with F sharp at the bass, A minor, C, to just a D, and don't worry about that bass note, just kind of strum from the 4th string down. But you want something that I will never be, so I just need you to know. Pretty simple. Okay, and then next we have the chorus of the song, and this is real easy. We're using that C chord I already taught you, to the G, to a D, so you're strumming from the 4th string down on the D. You're not going to hit these 2 notes because they won't sound good, these 2 strings. So, may not be able to fly, but I'll take you on adventures. May not move at the speed of light, but if you need me, I'll be there. So that's the first half of the chorus. That's a C, G, D sus. Then the second half of the chorus changes a little bit. You're going to go to kind of like an E minor. So what that looks like is you got your middle finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, your index finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and then this, again, ring and pinky don't need to move. And this part goes E minor, to that C I already taught you, to the G, to like a D sus with the F sharp in the bass, with that thumb, see the thumb? And it does that twice. So it sounds like, say the day when you start to lose hope, but I'll never be a superhero. You'll notice that part changes a little bit right after the word superhero. It goes C, G, D. Real simple. Never be a superhero. Never be a superhero. Then it starts right back into that 2nd verse. And like I said, I was moving pretty quick, but the chords are real simple. So once you learn them, I'm going to have a chord chart in the description, and you can look up like when they come up. But just as clarification, you know, start off that first verse, that G, that's like a G over B, to a C, to a G, to a D, D sus. So I'll put that in the chord chart. Pretty simple. The only other part I need to teach you is the bridge, and it's pretty easy. It goes E minor, to C, to G, to D sus with the F sharp in the bass, see that thumb? No matter how hard I try, baby, how low I find, I'll never be, no I'll never be. Show you the right hand. Shine a light in the sky, girl, I'll be there tonight, but I'll never be, no I'll never be a superhero. And you'll notice that's just kind of chunking away, just kind of all downstrokes. Real easy. But there's actually a cool thing you can do to make the bridge sound even better. You start with this E minor. No matter how hard I try. And on the 2nd chord, what I'm doing is I'm doing that typical C that I already showed you, and I'm adding my index finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. So it's kind of got this cool sound to it. And then the third chord is technically a G, but to make it sound even better, you can add a pinky here on this 4th fret, 3rd string. And when you strum this, I would say only strum the 6th string, 5th, well, the 5th string is kind of muted by your middle finger. 4th string and the 3rd string, so it sounds like this. And then just a standard D sus with the F sharp on the bass. So this new version of the bridge is kind of like this. And I just think that adds something. It makes the chords more interesting, and I think it sounds better. So that sounds like with singing. No matter how hard I try, or baby how long I fight, I'll never be, no I'll never be. Shine a light in the sky, and girl I'll be there tonight. But I'll never be, no I'll never be a superhero. So that's pretty much the whole song. It's real easy. Like I said, I already showed you the chords, and I will put a chord chart in the description. But let me get this back. And I just want to encourage you guys, if you want to post a cover of this song, feel free to go ahead and do it. It's pretty easy to play, not gonna lie. And I'll put the lyrics and everything down below. But yeah, post a cover on YouTube. We would love to watch it. And if you like our song Superhero, we would love for you to check it out on iTunes. It's been doing pretty well on the iTunes electronic charts, and we'd love to keep seeing it move on up in the charts. And it's a song that me and Luke both are really excited about, and we just want you guys to have it. And thanks for watching this video. A lot more vlogs coming up. Thanks for sticking around and letting me do something different for you today. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.